What's up, YouTubes? Welcome to Hot Trades. If you're new to this channel, the purpose of these morning videos is for me to scan the market every morning for top performing stocks and find out why they are performing so well. And at the very end of the video, I can't talk this morning. At the very end of the video, I'll quickly take a look at the charts to see if we can still benefit from these moves in any way. So this morning, I'll be looking at Caladrius Biosciences, Aptorum Group, and Lineage Cell Therapeutics. So yesterday we covered Inuvo and it did really well yesterday. It was up something like 100 and something percent, and this morning it's up 40% already. So it's doing really well again. So I'm gonna skip that one for today because we already covered it, even though it's a big movie this morning with a lot of volume. I'm gonna skip that one. So starting off with Caladrius Biosciences, ticker symbol CLBS. They are up 130% this morning with 10 million shares traded already. So that's fairly good, really good volume. Onto why they are up doing so well this morning. There's nothing else to this article other than the headline. Like, it's really hard to find stuff, especially in the morning. Caladrius Biosciences treats first patient in phase 2b freedom trial of CLBS16 for treatment of culinary microvascular dysfunction. So yeah, whatever. Yeah, they just treated their first patient of whatever disease this is, right? So that's why the stock is doing so well this morning. On to the next, we have Aptorum Group, ticker symbol APM. They are up 62% this morning with 3 million shares traded already. So that's good volume as well. So onto why they are performing so well this morning. So where did I see that? Okay, here. So like this is the second day they're rising. It seems like they're rising on the same news, right? Because it says rose 16%. Okay, no, that's okay. That's a different stock then. Okay, so this article was written earlier when it was only up 16%, so it's done quite well already after that in pre-market trading, as the company received Health Canada clearance to initiate phase 1 clinical trial for ALS4, a small molecule drug for infections caused by Staphylococcus aureus, including MRSA. So Health Canada, they received clearance from Health Canada to start their phase 1 trial. So that's why the stock is doing well this morning. And then for the last one, we have Lineage Cell Therapeutics, ticker symbol LCTX. They're up 35% this morning with 360k shares traded already. So what did I find for this for market movers? Where is that? Okay. Lineage Cell Therapeutics is up over 70%. So they've dropped quite a bit from like the highs, because now it's up what, like 35% from 70% earlier today. In pre-market, 70% at 420 in pre-market trading on Wednesday on no news. A phase 1/2 clinical study of UpRegen for the treatment of dry age-related macular degeneration with geographic atrophy, with encouraging preliminary signs of news and accumulated Upgen data from the ongoing study was expected to be presented this quarter. So they're like, this is just rubbish, right? So they're moving on no news. It seems like they're supposed to be coming out with news this quarter, so that's why the market might be front running and expecting that the news is going to be coming soon. So that's most likely why people are getting into this, just because they think that the news is coming very soon and it's going to be good. So that's why people are front running this. Okay, so if we look at the charts for all three stocks to see if we can still benefit from these moves. So starting off with CLBS, so we closed yesterday right here, and this morning we are going to be opening up all the way up here. So just zooming out, just to look at the chart and see if we can get any clues from the previous moves. So like, it seems like a chart that's just been going straight down. So we need to be careful if we're going to be getting into this morning. So the best thing to most likely do, because gap ups are usually for selling, so you don't want to buy right at the open because it likely drops from there. If you're already in the stock, good job to you. But if you're looking to get into the stock, I'd say wait. When it opens, don't get in right away, just because gap ups again are usually for selling. So the best thing to do with stocks like this, okay, let's say we open up right here and then we start dropping. You don't want to buy on its way down, right? Just because you don't know where it's gonna stop. You don't want want to catch a knife either. So the best thing to do is, let's say we open here, we start dropping. You don't want to buy there just because you don't want to catch a knife. The best thing to do is wait for it to start going back up, back to its highs. That's where you buy it, just because you can tell that, okay, like momentum is still with the stock and it's going back up. So that would be a good time to buy it. Again, like gap ups, especially stocks that are up doing quite well, up over 100%, right? So you want to be really careful trying to get into stocks like this. Okay, so next up we have APM. So same thing. So this chart, let's see. This candle is really scary, right? Just because like the last time we gapped up, we pushed all the way up to what? So we opened up at $8 here, pushed up all the way to 14, and then we flushed all the way back down, right? That's a really scary sign. You don't want to be seeing that with your stocks. So we closed yesterday right here, something like, yeah, 13.18, and this morning we are opening up at around this area. So it's not as big of a gap. It's not as big of a gap as the previous one. So this is really good. Again, same thing, right? So you don't want to buy right at the open. You want to let the stock give you like somewhat of a signal. Let it tell you what it's gonna do. If it opens up and keep pushing, and then you can maybe take a gamble. But if it opens up and starts dropping, then you can let it find its base and then start going back up. That's when you get in. So you don't want to be buying the open, and you don't want to buy when it's going straight down, just because you never know. And lastly, we have Lctx. This chart is actually the best out of the three. It's a really good chart, just because before the news even came out, or without the news, whatever, before the push, the stock was already, like, the chart looks really good. It was already trending up. So that's most likely why it popped without any news. So we closed right here yesterday, right here. And this morning we are opening up all the way over here. So that's a really good gap up. Same thing, same message, right? Gap ups are usually for selling. Be careful if you're gonna get into this right at the open. I usually don't like trading the very first few minutes, just because it's really volatile. Like, you really don't have any signs of where the stock is gonna go. So please be careful. Same thing, let it tell you what it's gonna do. If it's gonna backtest and find a base and then push back up, or if it's going to keep going higher. But let it tell you, don't rush in right away. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.